Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chandler if you're new here, and today I recorded a get ready with me to go nowhere. I'm gonna wear this makeup again tomorrow though, so I went to go ahead and record it today. And I just did a little get ready with me while I discussed my goals for the new year. It is still January, it's still the beginning of the new year, and so I just wanted to let you guys into kind of what's my goals for this year. Hopefully it'll inspire someone, give someone some ideas of what to incorporate into their goals for this year. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're ready to watch me talk about my goals while I get ready, then just keep on watching.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?
I did go ahead and do my brows off camera. I will show you guys the products that I used though. So I did do the Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator first, and then I go over it with the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Gel Mascara in the color Black Brown. Looks like that. And then I do conceal under my brows with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel. So that's what I did for my brows. My brows are naturally very thick, and I was insecure about my eyebrows for a very long time, and so I used to like pluck them to try to make them thinner. And now I'm finally just loving that side of me a little bit more, because as I've gotten older and the beauty trends have changed, I've realized a lot of women really want thick brows that don't, and so they're doing everything that they can to make their brows thick. And I'm like, what a shame. My brows are naturally thick and I'm ruining them. So I'm still adjusting to learning how to do my brows myself and them not look like super in your face because they're so thick. I'm trying to do them like as naturally as I can. So did those off camera, but anywho, we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is my primer, which is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This one, it has really good reviews online, but it's just okay for me. I have oily skin, so I feel like it does what it needs to do, but I don't think it keeps the oil from cutting through my skin after a while. So after I run through this primer, I'll probably get a different one that's better for oily skin, but I'm just gonna do this all over. I also went ahead and did my skincare, my full skincare routine, so that I would be starting with a good, nice hydrated base, because it is winter, and so my skin, even though I have oily skin, it has been very dry lately, like super dry, super duper dry. But this should be good. This should be a good little base. Let me go ahead and pull up my goals that I want to talk about. I just thought I would share some of my some of the things I want to change this year. I just believe in new year, better me, not necessarily new me. I just feel like as I get older, I'm learning more things, I'm becoming wiser, and I just have different things that I want to accomplish. So it's not that I'm trying to be a different person, but I'm just trying to better myself. And I feel like everybody should strive to be a better version of their self than they were before. And so yeah, I just want to share this with you guys, because I know some people don't know where to start. Some people don't know what some things maybe that they should strive to do better. So hopefully me sharing some of my goals will encourage some people, give some people some ideas, things that they never thought of, and say, I want to make that a part of my New Year's goals as well. And let's go ahead and get into this face. I'm really not going anywhere. I was supposed to be going somewhere, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna do the same routine tomorrow, but I wanted to film it today. So the first thing that I'm gonna start with is this Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint in the shade 11. I just tried this for the other day for the first time. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. This is like the most perfect shade match I've probably ever had. If y'all see me looking over here, this is where my vanity mirror is, so that's just kind of how I can see myself a little bit better. But I'm trying to find the brush that I applied it with. Okay, this one, this flat top. This is a Morphe M439 brush. So I'm gonna put, well, I probably should have shook it up first. Oh well, it's a little watery, but we're gonna go ahead and put some of this on. I really liked it when I wore it the other day. Now I don't think I put this much on, but we're just going with the vibe. So we're gonna see. I want a little bit more coverage than what it gave me the other day. So hopefully this, me doing a little bit more, does the trick for me. But this is the most perfect shade match of any like base I've ever put on in my life. Like, it matched so well to my skin. I could not believe it. Oh yeah, that's giving me a little bit more coverage. Hopefully the lighting is not bad, y'all. My vanity is in my bathroom, and so it's dark on this side, but it's light from that side because there's a window coming. So hopefully this is a good angle for you guys. If it's not, let me know down below and I'll change the angle next time. I might have to put my vanity somewhere else to get a better review of the makeup. But yeah, this is like, it's very lightweight. I'm very weird about foundation because even though I like to wear makeup, I like a very natural look, which is different for me. I just started being like that. But I really like it to be like super lightweight, for it to not feel like anything's on my skin, for it to not look like it's that much on my skin. I just don't like that super like overpowering look. But this is like literally perfect because it's such a good shade match, I feel like, and it's not thick, it's on the thinner side, so it gives me like a nice thin base that like matches my skin perfectly. So I feel like it looks more natural because of that. Oh yeah, I got all of that blended out. And so now I'm gonna go with my concealer. So I use two concealers. I have Huda Beauty, the fake filter concealer in the color Praline, and then I have my Caramel NARS Ready Creamy concealer. So I'm gonna do the NARS first because I do feel like this one is thinner. So I'm gonna put this as like the base coat, and then if it's not bright enough, I like to go over with this, even though the colors are about the same, because that one's thicker. I feel like it gives you more color coverage. So I'm gonna start with this one first and go over with that. I feel like it needs to be brighter. But oh gosh, I have not started talking about my goals. So I'm gonna start with the mental health category that I have. And the first thing on that list is to start to journal at least once a week. And by that I mean, I feel like journaling, everybody has a different method when they journal, but I just, for me, reflecting on my feelings, things that have happened over the course of the week, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty concealer on top now. I feel like I really want to be able to reflect on things that happened over the course of the week, how it made me feel, whatever my goals are for the next week, what were my challenges for the current week. Like, I just think sitting down and reflecting on it will help me understand my emotions a lot better. I'm a very reactive person emotionally, and I feel like sometimes I feel some type of way about stuff and I don't always know why. And so I'm hoping that journaling will help me kind of figure out the why behind some of my emotions a little bit. And I can always go back. My memory is also terrible, so I'm like, I can always go back and read how I felt when certain things happen, so that I can know for future purposes, just if I ever want to reference it, I can remember how certain things make me feel. And so that's another reason why I want to journal, as well as start therapy. I've gone to therapy before. I was in therapy a lot when I was younger due to a lot of different reasons, but I haven't gone. The last time I probably was in therapy might have been like elementary school, middle school, something like that. So I have not been as an adult, and I'm a very big advocate for therapy. I actually went to college and majored in psychology and wanted to be a therapist. So I'm a very big advocate for therapy. You know, I feel like everybody needs it. Everybody goes through stuff. So I feel like it's beneficial to everybody in a way, if you're willing to like really be open to it and not be closed off to the idea of it. I'm a super private person, when certain things happen in my life, I may want to talk about it and not hold it in, because I know that that's not good for me. But I'm like, I don't always want to tell my friends, and I don't always want to tell my boyfriend like every little thing. Like, I like to keep some things just for me in a way. And I talk to God about a lot of things, but it is nice to, you know, have someone physically here to talk to, if that makes sense. Because it's just nice to have somebody to talk to. It's just certain things I go through. I don't always want like people that I'm close to in my life to know every like detail of like everything, if that makes sense. Next step I'm gonna go in is with this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm gonna set my under eyes. But yeah, so that's another goal of mine. I've already been on the hunt, so hopefully I will have a therapist soon, because having the right therapist is so important. That really like is a big difference on how you're gonna look at therapy and your experience and how much progress you might even make with it, is having a therapist you really connect with. Next one is definitely limit social media use if I'm not using it for like business needs. So I'm getting into content creation this year, and so that's what I mean by that. If I'm not on social media to like do research, look into certain things that's going to help me be a better content creator, or I'm not on there posting my content, I really don't need to be on there as much. And I just want to give my time and energy to things that's going to help me be where I want to be, and that is just not one of those things if I'm not posting my own content. And then actively working on positive self-talk. That's another thing that's really important to me. It's just because I feel like as humans, we can be our own most harsh critic, and I'm very hard on myself because I know where I want to be. I know what I'm capable of, and that's why. It's not like, you know, for any other reasons other than that. But I feel like other people are already hard enough on us. We need to love on ourselves a little bit more. So, you know, I want to be that encouraging person in my own life to say, you got this, like it's okay, like, you know, you made a mistake, give yourself some grace, you move on and just do better next time. Like, just learn from your mistakes. There's no need to dwell on it and, you know, feel like you're a bad person or you're not good enough or anything like that just because of a mistake. We're all human, we all make mistakes. Category that I have is financial, which I'll only briefly speak on that. I'm gonna go in and contour with my Black Opal True Color Skin Perfecting Stick Foundation in the color Ebony Brown. I'm gonna do one little line. Is that too low? I hope not. One little line on the side of my cheeks. Not too much because this is really pigmented. So yeah, financially, I'm just gonna briefly get into it. So I do have some financial goals just in terms of what I want to end the year with. Like how much I want to have in my savings account and checkings account when the year is over, and then how much money I want to have in my savings and checkings before I move. I'll get to that, but that's another big goal of mine, to move out of my parents' house. And then I have a budget in place for all of the things that I spend money on, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that I want to reward myself for everything. Anything that requires any kind of work, I feel like I always need to treat myself. And so because I do have certain goals in place, like moving out, I'm like, okay, let's put a cap on that, okay, and let's not drag it into the ground. The next category is my spiritual health category, which I will just speak briefly on that as well. I think this is nice and blended out now. I'll kind of speak briefly on this because this is also another very personal category for me. But to sum it up, basically I want to go to church. I just started going to church the day of New Year's Eve. December 31st of last year is the first time in a very long time that I went back to church in person. I have been watching some services online. Okay, so to set my whole face, I'm gonna go in with this Sephora Smooth in the shade Deep, color 60. I'm gonna go in with this big old Morphe E41 brush to set my face. But yeah, so I just started going back to church, and that's a really good big goal for me, is to keep going. because you know, watching online is cool and all, but there's just nothing like going in person. So yeah, that's really important to me, is God shows up for me in my life every single day, all the time. So I'm like, the least that I could do is make sure that I'm making it to church every Sunday. Like, you know, if I'm not in Georgia, that's one thing. Like if I go out of town or something like that, that's one thing. But if that's not the case, there's no reason for me not to be missing church. So trying to make it to as many Sunday services in person as I can. Whatever reason, if I go out of town and I'm not here, definitely have to make sure that I tune in online. And another one is make sure that I'm praying every day in the morning, when I wake up, and at night. There's just a lot that goes on throughout the day, and I just feel like starting and ending your day in prayer is a good way to just kind of set your day up for success, set it up on a good positive note. Say my daily devotional. I have a daily devotional book that I read every day, and it's so crazy. And I feel the same way when I go to church. I feel like when I say my daily devotional and when I go to church, I feel like the message that I'm reading every single day fits perfectly for that day every single time. I've always felt like that. I remember feeling like that ever since I've been younger and was old enough to understand the words that were being spoken in church. I've always felt like this message is directly for me, and that's how I feel. And it's such a good feeling because it really helps guide me through my day. And even when stuff is going wrong, like I just always find myself like stopping and just saying how grateful I am and how blessed I am, because I really just be needing that word. Like I try to read it in the morning before I even get my day started, after I pray, so that whatever the message is, I can keep that in mind throughout the day, if that makes any sense. And it helps me guide me through my day. So next I'm going to do this Yummy Skin. This is also by the Nessa Myricks. Really pretty blush. I have I think this is like a cream blush in the shade Golden Hour, and I like to just rub my fingers in it and then pat it on my skin, like just really go over it and pat it into my skin until it like melts into my skin. And so I also want to practice gratitude, so that kind of goes with what I was just saying, like just stopping when there's moments when I find myself being ungrateful in a sense, or wanting to complain, like just stopping and saying, thank you God, like I'm grateful, like I know that I'm blessed. You know, things could be so much worse. Like it's so easy to be negative. I feel like it's easier to be negative and find something to complain about than it is for you to realize how blessed you are when things are not going your way. It's harder to say, let me just stop and thank God for everything that I have, everything that I am. You know, things might not be the way that I want it to be right now in this moment, but I'm still grateful. So I have been doing that a lot, and I love that it's becoming something that's a part of like my daily ritual. Like anytime I want to complain about something, I just stop and I say sorry to God for even finding something to complain about, because I just feel like I'm too blessed of a person to even be like complaining, honestly. And the last thing on this list that I'm going to share is read the Bible. I do have like a Bible workshop book that I ordered off Amazon. I can link it down below if you guys would like. But it's basically, it gives you at the beginning of your week, it tells you the first 6 days of the week what chapters it wants you to read, and on day 7, which is on Sundays, it gives you an activity to do that relates to all the chapters and stuff that you read the days prior. And so I'm doing that, and then by the time that I complete that, then I would have gotten through the whole Bible. Based category that I have is like physical health, which it's kind of a combination of things. There's a lot of things on this list like physically about myself that I want to work on. The only thing I'm really going to share on that list is I did want to get laser hair removal, which if you guys have watched my previous video, I did talk on that. So I am currently already in the process of doing my laser hair removal, and I've already noticed a difference because of it. Sorry guys, my camera has stopped recording. I need to move on to something else. I think the blushing is doing what it needs to do. It's such a pretty blush. Honestly, it's like cute and natural. I'm gonna do a little highlighter, even though I haven't been doing highlighter. I'm gonna do a little bit. I'm gonna do this Artist Couture highlighter in it's a diamond glow powder in Sugar Daddy. I believe it's like a silverish pink color. What was I saying, y'all? Oh, that's pretty. I know y'all can't really see it because of this angle, but it's nice and pretty. Yes, it's eating. It's eating. But I would just say under the physical health category, I do plan on continuing to work out 5 times a week. I do try to work out Monday through Friday, but this year I do want to change it up. I'm kind of tired of just going to the gym and doing weightlifting, so I am trying to incorporate yoga and Pilates on top of the weightlift training that I do. So it can be a good variety because you work different parts of your body with all 3 of those. So I feel like I need that. I need that real bad. And stay hydrated. I feel like that really more so applies to the days that I'm not at the gym, because I drink a lot of water when I work out, but the other 2 days out of the week, which is the weekend, I feel like I kind of fall short on how much water I should be drinking. So I definitely want to do better with that, because water is very important for our bodies. Cut down on eating processed food, so I don't buy stuff that has a long list of ingredients in it. If there's any ingredients on there or I don't know what it is, I don't know how to pronounce it or anything like that, I am staying away from them products at all costs. Like I don't want any parts of that. It just seems like a whole bunch of random stuff thrown together, and I am good. And so the last category that I have, I'm pretty much done getting ready. I'll go ahead and set my face real quick. Even I'm not going anywhere, I'll still set my face a little bit. And I did set my face with the One Size mattifying waterproof setting spray by Patrick. Isn't this by Patrick Starr? Patrick Starr made this product. Best setting spray I've ever used in my life. I've been doing my makeup since middle school, and this is most definitely the best setting spray I've ever used. But now I'm kind of gonna just get into this kind of miscellaneous category, if you will. I do want to move out. That's a really big goal for me. I do currently live with my parents, as I mentioned before. And I did live on my own. That's a whole nother story within itself that I will talk about some other time. I do want to do a get ready story time kind of about my experience when I was out on my own a little bit. I lived with someone else, and it just wasn't a good experience, and that's why I came home after I was able to get out of that at least. But moving back out on my own, I do have a boyfriend, but I do not plan on living with him when I move out. I want to live on my own. I feel like that's very important for me to experience that first before I go and live with someone else. So that's really like one of my biggest goals for this year, and it will happen. And I'm so excited. But I love living with my family. I'm blessed to be able to be here. You know, I'm glad that they were happy to take me back under their wing, and they don't mind me and my dogs being here, so that I'm grateful for. But just for me, I have a lot of my own reasons. I mean, I'm 25 and I have a life, and you know, I just want my privacy and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm very excited for that day to come, and when it does, I will definitely be bringing you guys along. I cannot wait to record moving content. I won't say that I love moving. I have moved a few times because I like went to college and all that good stuff, but I like unpacking and decorating and just like that whole process. Like, I just cannot wait to be able to record that type of content for you guys. And I do want to go on a minimum of at least 3 vacations. I do already have 2 trips planned. Me and my sister are going to New York, and me and my family are going to Florida, the Miami area, for a family reunion. For my 26th birthday, I do plan on taking a trip by myself, doing a solo trip out the country. Hopefully I can. I'm a little scared. That's the only thing that might keep me from doing it, is I'm a little nervous about going by myself, but we're just gonna see, child. And then hopefully we'll be able to do like another family trip towards the end of the year around the holidays, and then that'll be 4. But there's already 2 vacations set in stone, so I'm well on my way to reaching that goal. And then I do want to go to 2 concerts, which I will be going to the Mariah the Scientist concert in May. I already got the tickets for that. and so I just gotta find at least one more to go to. I do want to learn how to skate. Super random, but I do want to learn how to skate. I do plan on taking myself on like some solo dates, just because I think it's important, like, to spend time with yourself, enjoy being alone. Don't feel like you always have to be like with other people to have a good time. You don't. You shouldn't feel that way. Other people are a good time, and it's good to socialize in that way, but I just want to spend a little bit more time by myself. I just feel like it's important for me to do things for myself. I don't only want to go on a date because a guy is taking me on a date, you know? My very last goal on my list that I'm going to share is I want to start posting content on social media, which I am currently doing. So that is another thing that I'm going to be able to check off my list. I'm so excited. This has been something I wanted to do for a few years now. I think I mentioned it in my first video, but I'm like, this is my year. Like, this is my year to really like stop holding back, stop holding myself back, stop making myself feel like I'm not good enough. I'm like, everything doesn't have to be the best of the best straight out the gate. Like, you know, you're never gonna get there if you don't start, period. And so I'm like, you know, this is the year. I'm not gonna hold myself back. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna be afraid of what people think. Like, whoever wants to support you will support you, and what's for me, nobody can take from me. I'm still trying to get comfortable talking in front of the camera, which I will be. You know, I will get there. It's very early on for me. I'm just being a little hard on myself. I'm like, girl, don't be weird in front of the camera. Like, it's not that serious, but it's so different for me. Like, I've never done this before. So I'm doing my best. I'm doing my research. I'm looking at my favorite YouTubers. I'm studying what I need to study, but I'm not really trying to take shortcuts. I just want people to naturally find me by me doing what I love, me posting the content that I can stand behind and just be like, that's just me being me. So that way, when I build a community, it'll be people that really love me for me and not me trying to be somebody else. So I'm excited what this journey has in store for me. It's a lot of hard work. I'm up for the challenge. Yes, it's 2024, baby. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't let anybody steer you away from your dreams, scare you away from what you want to do. The person that you want to be, it's never too late to start. It's never too late for you to start. Like, we want to be where we want to be so bad at a young age, and it's okay to not have everything figured out. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm 25, and I feel like doing social media has finally like made me feel like I have a purpose, and I can make something of myself, like what I want to do and not what other people tell me that I should do. So it's okay, you know, take your time. I've been hard on myself for the last couple of years, and that's why I can truly say that I love doing content creation. No matter what happens, like, this is something that I plan continuing to do because it has made me so happy, and it's gave me a sense of purpose. And I know that, you know, whoever is meant to find my channel and connect with me, they will find me. They will find me. The community that I'm meant to have, it will find me, and it will grow, and it will be such a beautiful thing one day. You know, we're gonna be on this journey, y'all. We're gonna do this. 2024 is our year, period. Don't let nobody tell you anything otherwise. So I'm about to go ahead and do my edges, fix my hair up, maybe put some lashes on, and I'll come back on camera for the final finished look. All right, guys, so I am back with the final finished products. All I did was do my little edges and put some mascara on. I'm not even gonna do lashes and the whole shebang because I'm literally finna wipe all this back off after I finish filming this so I can get it edited. But yeah, this is the final product. I'm so excited that I completed my first get ready with me, my first sit down video. I never see myself like doing something so formal, but hopefully it wasn't bad. Hopefully it wasn't bad. I enjoy doing it with you guys. Hopefully you enjoy watching me. Like I said before, 2024 is our year, baby. You know, go after whatever it is that you want. Don't waste another year. Don't push your goals back for another year and say, oh, I'll just do that next year or the year after that or the year after that. No, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. And just never forget that it's never too late to reinvent yourself. It's better to start later than never. But try to make this your year. You know, God wants so much for all of us. You know, we have to want it for ourselves. And so make your goals known, write it down, manifest things, pray, ask God for it, put the work in, and just watch him work his magic. Like, he will never fail you. He will never fail you. He will always lead you to where you're meant to be. So put your trust in him and put your trust in yourself. But like I said before, thank you so much for watching this video. I enjoyed filming it. If you have any video suggestions, leave them down below. Figure out some new content that I could get for you guys, you know, make it a little bit more personal and not just vlogs. Cause I'm like, y'all don't even really know me, so why would y'all want to see necessarily what I'm doing? You know what I mean? Thank you so much for watching, and stay prayed up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.